Hello everyone, Lark and Omega here. You're watching my modded Factorio playthrough. If you're interested in the mod below the video, or if you're watching live on Twitch, they're in the panels below. This is going to be episode 37. I usually batch record these on Twitch. My schedule's been kind of up in the air lately, so you have to follow me on Twitter to find out when I'm broadcasting, but it's not too hard to follow. So like I said, this is 37, and I am going to change a couple things up. I didn't have a lot of direction last episode, and for that I apologize. You didn't hear that. For that I apologize, and I've come up with something like a plan for today. So let's get to it. So if you remember last time, we set up this train to deliver ore down to be smelted. This is the beginning of our train bus, which should be a whole lot of fun to play with. But it's really not in a good spot, and it's really not set up the way I want it to be set up. This diagonal track is not going to work. This bit is kind of not working itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to change up. We're going to change up how all of that is put together, and we're going to research damage. And that'll give us most of the episode. Okay. So we're going to tear this up in just a little bit, and we're going to change up how this is, and we're probably going to add an engine or a rail car to the train. But one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to let it go ahead and just deliver, and then I'm going to remove this station, because I want to change up where it loads and what's going on and everything. So we'll go ahead and get that figured out. It's really not too bad. So this loader that I had so much fun playing with, let me go ahead and send you on to your next station, and you can just wait down there. This loader that I had so much fun playing with just is not efficient, and what I need to do is I need to come up with a blueprint for a more standardized loader that takes a set number of inputs and puts them all to 6. And I had one in my old playthrough in 0.12 that split off 2 to 8, and it was an 8-way loader. It looked really nice, it worked really well, had everything compact, and it worked. And I can't quite do that with this because the new trains are all 6 in length. So I guess I could do like a 2 to 4, but I don't really want to do a 2 to 4. I'd rather be able to load the train up as quickly as possible, even if it takes up a little bit more space. So what we'll do is we will, I say that, but I'm starting to think about it. And a 2 to 4 doesn't sacrifice too much. I had the 2 to 6 all ready to go in my head, but a 2 to 4 is not too bad, and it just splits it off. It's really easy to make, first off. So just the fact that it's really easy to make. And this was loading one. This is going to be 121 FE or and it's I'm going to make it a 121 instead of a 111. The 121 trains are probably going to be my standard size for the train bus, so I want to go ahead and get that put in place. There you are. So let's see. If I'm going to do the 121, I'm going to do it with 4 instead of 6. So you're going to mark the outside edge, and then I'm going to need 2 there, 2 there. So this probably means that this is going to work really well right in the middle here. Yeah. So we put this here and this here, and all we do is that way, and then a splitter here. Put you down right there. Put the boxes down. And there's our loader, believe it or not. That makes it really quick and easy. And granted, that'll sacrifice a little bit of throughput, but I don't know. That should be good. That should be good. I don't know. We'll see. If it doesn't work out, we'll come up with a better one later. So then here's the trick. I want to go ahead and just, these are balanced now. So what I'll do is I will go down here and I'm going to change up the way the train is. Yeah, see, by doing this long track right here is not going to work anymore. So we'll pick that up and we'll plunk down another cargo wagon. And we'll put down the train right there. We'll go ahead and give it all its fuel back. But yeah, that's no longer going to work because of the angle. So we're going to go ahead and have to change it over to the proper size. Okay, we'll make a couple more of these. See, this is now overkill for this. Whereas this is not. I can just plunk one of these down and it'll work just fine. So, yeah. Cancel that one out. We'll just grab this. We can even put a light later. Not too bad at all. Okay. Get that in place. Oops. Yeah, there. Could make up 4 of these. What am I short on? Probably gears. Yeah. No. Green circuits. Green circuits. We're starting to get a backlog of steel, which is good. Could be better, but it's good. Grab a couple of those. 1, 2 of those. And we'll run back up. So yeah, this station's gonna need, well, not really. At some point it'll need to get changed, but for right now it'll work. Put that down. Put these boxes into place. Put all of these into place. Okay. 4 loaders. We can bring the train back. It's probably empty now. Yeah. Okay. And we will just change the station. We'll need to add the other station. Inventory full or time passed, but we won't worry about the time passed. Inactivity. Yeah, let's remove that for right now. Attempt to compare a number with a Boolean. Wow, that's special there. So now this is just going to sit here until it fills up, which is alright. We need to get some red belts made. So when you're compressing down yellow belts, you definitely need to make sure the next belt in line is moving fast enough to take the ore. So we're going to bring the red belts over and save us a little bit of space here. We need a bunch. Red belts. So I haven't been intensively because of it. Because I knew I didn't have the iron set up to be able to like actually make progress. So alright, let's grab, let's turn these off for right now. Well, probably all need to get moved at some point, but not a big deal yet. Let's grab that. Make a couple more red belts. Just take yellows to make. Come back here, get this all hooked up, and then get the power sent over. There you go, those are all powered on. Now the belts shouldn't back up. They are backed up at the moment, but the red belts shouldn't back up because the one red is. You see the spacing on it. It's pretty good placement. Normally I do this part with reds and this part with blues, so this should work pretty good for the way this is set up right now. We want it to wait till it's full to go, but we want to tear this out first. So like I said, this is not a good setup at all. One of the things that I need to figure out is where exactly I'm going to be spacing stuff. And I've got an idea. So I've got this nice big empty area right in here. And I always thought that my bus should go right here. Well, I still think that. So I'm going to set the trains up to go there instead. And what that means is that this diagonal track is not useful anymore. In fact, it's an active hindrance at the moment. So I need to get a circle set up, and that just means making it go around like that. Okay, oops. And then to there. Now, that was a really easy circle to make. I am not gonna lie, I expected it to be a decent amount harder than that, and we need to take that off of there, and then nope, off of there. Here's the one I have. It matches up with the rest of the loop, and it'll work out pretty well. And here's the maximum space I want to have between the rails. Now I think what I can do is take it off of here, and I think I'll do that instead of the smaller one, because it is easier. Alright, let's... No. Okay. Yeah, the rails are a bit of a challenge sometimes. Okay, and we will join it up there. I want this to come out straight. Alright. And this is a really useful turnaround because it's small, it's compact. It's as small as I can get. It will allow a lot of trains to go through. You don't want to use these in major intersections, but you don't want to ignore them either. So let's see. There's my loader. I'm going to need to make another blueprint. So let's grab a couple of them and throw them in here. And we will go and just grab this. Now, even with it as easy as the the track link system is, having a blueprint lets you do it right every single time. So, and I can rotate it without issues. Now, I like the left-hand drive. So, my train coming in, it's in the right spot, but I placed the circle one spot too far over from where I want it. So either I put the turnaround here, which is probably a good spot. We're at the end of the track, or I can put it over here and then have it link up like that. And I think I will just, for right now, I keep saying that, for right now, because a lot of Factorio is for right now. I'll get this fixed later kind of deal. I'll put the turnaround right here because it makes sense. It's left-hand drive. Well, no, I say that, but I also don't want it to be. I want it to be able to come back and go off. So we need to get that figured out first. Okay, so. Well, that doesn't help, actually. Me removing the lengths of track. Let's put the turnaround right here. Or let's put a temporary one, at least. So we've got the links right here, and then the other one is right here. Right? No. I did that complete. Oh no. So here's a thing that happens when you do the tracks wrong. It doesn't match up side to side. And that comes from a number of things. So we'll need to redo the track blueprint again. Okay. You want to have it. You've got to have it a standard size. So you don't really have a choice in the matter. You've got to have it a standard size. All right. Okay. So I want to pull from this one and bring it out to the minimum it can go, and that's probably what I did wrong. And then pull it out to the minimum. There's the problem. So I didn't have it at the minimum size it could be, and that definitely, yeah, I came in one additional one. Okay, so there we go. We can grab that. That looks more like it needs to be. Okay, now we pick all this up again. I do this a lot. If we can get the beginnings of our train bus laid out today, I'll be quite happy with myself. Okay, so we just need the Phantom, and then we want to get the rails laid in an even spot, and let's just make sure everything's matching up. Okay, good. But with left-hand drive, this needs to be able to come down and curve in like this. So drag this straight out. Okay, so that can't possibly meet up there, which is not a bad thing, but it sets the upper limit. So we can cancel the whole ghost out really quickly. We should probably just create a ghost for the side-by-side track. Okay. Now we just need to plan this. And obviously we've got a wire in the way, but that's okay. So now we just need to bring this down and have it meet up down here. Okay, so obviously that's an issue. So let's just drag this out, and we will, nope, one less. And there we go. And there's our research queue. I'm not sure what to research right now. Let's do laser stuff for the next little bit. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got the end of the track, because this is going to be after the turnaround, not before, because there's not enough space for a turnaround. I think the turnaround in this space is probably a good idea. I don't know. You can always add turnarounds later. Like you can put one in the middle of the track if you've got the room for it. But now that I've got my track spacing, which is probably, I might want to do it a little bit closer together. In fact, I do want to do it a little bit closer together. They're too wide. They don't need to be that wide. Okay. All right, back to the drawing board, but we will match it up with what we've got right now. So I know that there's going to be the bottom is going to be the one that is going to get changed, because I'm going to keep the top at where it's at, because that is the minimum amount of space that it can have. I have a feeling it's going to be just too shorter. So we'll go through and we'll cancel this out again, which I know uses a green circuit every time, but it can't be helped sometimes. Alright. Alright, so there's my circle. And I want it to come... It was coming off that. No. Well, I guess we can do this. Okay, so if we want it to come straight off of that, and then we want it to come straight off of that, in the minimum space. So that should be correct. Yeah. Alright, so that's a little bit closer together. We could fit in a couple more if we really need to in the circle. Ooh. Oh no, that's what it was. Figuring these circles out took me the longest amount of time with the trains, and once I realized what it was and how to make it work, it was a lot easier. Okay, so let's just grab this and see if we can't meet up there. Nope. It'll be this one that can meet up. Once I got the circles figured out, the rest of the trains flowed pretty easily. And my major problem with the circles was the irregular placement of the route off of it. So, alright. What we need to do is we need to bring this over, and then what we'll need to do after that is bring this one up and make it join up. So right now, because we don't have to worry about the signals, I can just bring it straight up. Alright, so we'll just bring it up. Alright, and then we will take probably this to here. Yeah, that works. Alright, and now it's got a complete path, but that's not quite what I wanted. So we'll just take this one over and meet up there, which is what I want. Okay, so now I need to signal it so that the way the train knows exactly where it's going and on what track. So if we're doing the way I like to do the driving, if we're going to go ahead and do that, and we are, I'm going to need chain and regular signals. Okay. So we need these regular signals on either side of the track here, and because it's too wide, we need to put them here and here. Okay, and that indicates that one of the tracks is full and one is not. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so this is the outgoing signal, so this one actually needs to be a chain signal. And it's going to go down to this track right here, and then this one is going to go in like that. And we're going to put in a chain signal here and a regular signal here. That makes this part of the track two-way. Okay, and this part of the track is going to be one-way. So, yeah, they're coming out this way. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a chain signal there because it's going to be needed, and a chain signal there for the future. Because the way the track is going to be laid out is going to keep going, and I'm going to put another chain signal probably on this side, or a regular signal. Oh no, this one needs to be a regular one. Regular signal there. Yep. Yep. And then that side goes up, stops, and comes back down. Okay. Yeah, so now we've got this laid out. And we've got what we can build the rest of the train bus on, which will come off this way. And we'll go ahead and stop that there. You know what, let's go ahead and get the signals in place. Chain signal in, regular signal out, chain signal in. And that just allows trains to know when they can and cannot pass. Okay. So that's the start of the train bus. As you can see, we'll have another place where we can put copper. We'll probably put a sideways loader and then have it come back around. I don't know, put a turnaround over here or something. I don't know. I haven't decided. Or we can have all the copper go this way. But that's the start of the train bus, and it's not too bad. We might move it down and send it over a little bit lower, but you get the idea behind it, and how it's going to work. And we'll end up moving everything onto the train bus sometime in the future. But for right now, I've been Larkin Omega. You've been watching my Mod Factorio playthrough, and I'll see you next time.